Take a look at the calendar because I want summer to end as quickly as possible. And I don't know, the weather is trying to get here, but if you look at the calendar and if you actually look on TV right now, I see some football starting today, at least college. And to me, I don't know, I get a little chill down the backbone of, down my spine or something. Like finally, maybe we have a sense of real life. Fall is my favorite time of year. My kids are graduated, so I'm not really into back to school stuff. But I hear from a lot of parents, and they're, like, now here comes the crunch. We got to get the kids to school, and then someone's got football practice, and then we got band practice, and then we've got cheerleader, and there's just too much going on. And then I'm wondering what I did back in the day. I had three boys, and how do we have dinners and things? And that's what I try to do. I'm a consumer lifestyle guy here on the Michael Garfield program. And so I try to give you some ideas like where to eat and, how to make more family time. And then I'm thinking, now it's football season. Kickoff for my college team is next weekend for the Longhorns. We got my Cowboys starting in about 2 weeks. And I always have a kickoff party. I always bring in fajitas because you know why? I love making fajitas, but damn it, I just don't do it as well as Fajita Pete's, which is, just it's not a commercial here, but it's some of my favorite, probably the best fajitas around. And I'm thinking, I haven't talked to my man Fajita Pete, Pedro, in a while. I need to ring him up to see what's going on. So guess what? I just dialed him in. I am here with Mr. Fajita Pete himself. His name is Pedro Mora joining me. Fajita Pete, how you been, my brother? It has been too long cooking the fajitas, huh?
It's been a while. I figure you traveling the world during the summer, doing your thing. But I'm glad that the summer is getting behind us. Hopefully, this heat gets behind us pretty soon, and we get back into the routine of things with kids going back to school and football happening. That's what we're looking forward to here.
And I assume that's your business is booming 52 weeks a year. I mean, as I talked, we really talked a lot during COVID when everybody was doing takeout, and technically, obviously, your Fajita Pete, which we'll talk about all your locations, which are expanding across the country. I mean, it was COVID proof. You came up with the concept before any other of these people. It's to go, man. You just got this fajitas, delivery and to go. How is this a bigger season for you between back to school? Some of the things I just talked about. Parents don't have enough time to cook. Let's grab some fajitas. Football season, I don't want to cook. Let's just order it in. Is this a bigger season than others for you?
Yeah, exactly. The summertime's kind of hit or miss in the sense that people don't have a set schedule. Parents are out and about. But once the schools start again, which that's our demographic, is we always say teachers, preachers, and coaches. So it's really the families getting back into the swing of things. The first week of school, the after school activities you mentioned with your kids, picking up from ballet, dropping off at football, swimming, and all that good stuff. On top of the fact that you're getting used to the school schedule for your children, getting them ready for school. The little ones sometimes taking them. So time is definitely limited for families. And like we say here, we sell convenience with the side of fajitas. So that's kind of where we see a real ramp up from here to the end of the year. We start now getting back into the swing of things. I start thinking about UT, LSU. All the phones start ringing when they start playing. I'm a U of H guy. We still get some people that watch them. We even feed Cowboy fans here. So it's open for everybody.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's
thank
a
you.
very good time of year.
Thank you for being all inclusive with my Cowboy friends. By the way, I know you're a UH guy, and so you and I are going to have some fun come October when Texas comes here to play U of H. But we'll put that on the back
Yes,
burner.
sir.
We're talking to Pedro Mora. He is Fajita Pete himself. For those unfamiliar with the concept, they've driven by Fajita Pete's, they see your advertising. It's a simple concept. I love the fact that you said we serve convenience with a side of fajitas. And I'll tell you what, I know your convenience is great, which makes your fajitas even better. Give us the concept. Explain to people what the store is, what the stores are.
Well, definitely we try to keep it simple. Like I said, it's just fajita centric. We sell fajitas for families of fajitas for two, fajitas for four, family bundles that we have. Our catering, we do a lot of corporate catering events on the weekends, and even those we sell in packs of 10 and packs of 5 to make it as simple as possible for the guests to get their order. Um, Beef and chicken, rice, beans, everything made in house, tortillas, desserts, and really just the most popular order for any family is really fajitas for four, half quesadilla, and a small queso. And that's 90% of what we do. So we just try to do that and do that very well so we can make it, prepare it fresh, and get it to your house within 35, 45 minutes.
The last I checked with you, and again, let's just say it's been, gosh, maybe it's earlier this year because we usually do something around my birthday, which is the Super Bowl weekend. I bring an
Mm-hmm.
indicator. I don't know how many stores you have. Give us the update of how many more stores you have in the Houston area, but also I know you're expanding across the country.
We're right at 30 shops. We have 10 in Dallas now. We just opened up Flower Mound. We have 14 or so here in Houston. And then we have one in Denver, one in Kansas City. We're opening Chicago and Pittsburgh next. Wichita Falls, I think, will be by the end of this year, and then Puerto Rico will probably be the beginning of next year. So we're spreading little by little. Austin is opening its third location in Westlake. We're very excited about that. The Austin market's been very good. All the markets are really starting to understand the concept now that people are getting used to delivery from everywhere. I think it's we're hitting our stride right now.
Pedro Mora, he is Pete himself. It's not Pedro. It's not Fajita Pedro. It's Fajita Pete's. You talk about opening stores in Chicago. You got some in Kansas City and Denver. How do these non-Texans take to tasting real fajitas? I mean, real Tex-Mex. Because I've traveled and I like going to these other places. They think they serve Tex-Mex. It's laughable from a Texan. I mean, they must be going gaga over like what it's really supposed to taste like.
Yeah, it reminds. It's definitely a learning curve because here in Texas, we'll eat. I mean, we'll eat tacos every day of the week if we have to. We'll sacrifice, right? We actually look for it. In other parts, we're seeing that it's more of a treat or a different type of experience. So that is a hurdle that we're learning how to overcome. Just the way they pronounce fajita. They say fajita. Some people say it a little different than we do, and that's fine. Like I said, we're all inclusive. We feed Cowboy fans too. So it's just about getting them, teaching them we have advertised as how to use fajita and show them how to make a taco, how it works together, and just the convenience of what is Fajita Pete, because we're not a typical sit down restaurant where they're going to go and eat. We're like conveniently delivered to their door and have the restaurant quality spread that they can enjoy with their family there. So it's definitely a learning curve, but we've been well received in those markets, and we're hoping to build on that.
It's the convenience. Listen, I'm a I look and I cover paradigm shifts. Obviously, you look at technology. When I think, to me, the reason people say, Michael, why do you think Uber really took off? I mean, versus taxis. I mean, we grew up in, I'm a generation of taxi. I think that Uber, it's because it's convenient because we don't have to pick up a phone. I don't have to remember a number of a taxi. It's on my app. But the convenience, the end of the day is it's cashless. I do not have to take out my wallet, my credit card. It's there. The point is, it's convenience. And I look at you, it's convenience. I mean, the fact is, fajitas, you don't think it's, oh my God, it's a rigmarole. It's going to take 30 minutes to special order. But the fact is, you could just go in and you do have some room to sit in your restaurants, but not much. The point is, it's just like, let's pick it up, let's go, let's take it home. And you realize that convenience was such a big factor as I think the world gets busier with more families.
Yes, and we're pushing more people towards our app for that very reason, because then you can and we're implementing other technologies that we're trying out. But if you get on our app, you get on our loyalty program, you can even say same as last time, and then you pay one button. So we're trying to get as little friction as possible from people to get what they want to getting it at their door. We're testing some AI answering things for some of the restaurants where you can place the order there. It'll remind you next week, hey, last week you ordered this. Click this link, one button, and you got the same order next week. We're also going to roll out some AI for our catering site to help people understand and navigate through the menu quicker. So all the research we're doing is to make the process, like you said, as quick as possible, as painless as possible, and get the customer to what they need in as little time as possible.
You, Fajita Pete's going all technological. I might have to be your spokesperson, or I'm going to create another kind of competition, and I'm going to call it Fajita Miguel, and you're going down, brother. I already got that. There's no way I'm ever going to compete with you because you're too good. Hey, listen, last question before I get you out of here. One of the things I love talking about and having, companies like you, entrepreneurs like you on my show is you're very community oriented. I mean, you got a good heart. I've known you for many years. You've come into the studio, you and your team, and there's a commitment to actually, when you build and when you come into these stores, you do things with schools and whatever. What's going on this fall season in terms of communities? I know a lot of back to school fundraisers I see on your emails coming in. What are the things that people can actually find
right
out?
Right now, it's critical for us and our franchisees to really get involved in the community. If they don't, people have to know you within 3 miles. You have to get involved in every school, see what spirit nights they're having. There's always a group in the school that needs fundraising. We do a lot of those spirit nights where you say, hey, come to Fajita Pizza on Wednesday. 15% of all the sales go back to this program. We do a lot of those from here to the end of the year. We also try to get involved with the local churches, little leagues. It's a big time for the sponsorship for those events. So build those relationships. So by at the end of the year, in the holiday season, now you can build up a business to where you can get the holiday catering. It's all about really supporting the local community. You gotta Everybody has to know what you do, that you're willing to do it. Show up at the park, show up at the events that they throw, and just let people taste the food and see that you're there with them, that you're part of where they live.
Marketing 101 community style. His name is Pedro Mora. He is Fajita Pete. There's what you said, 14 locations in and around the Houston area right now. Is that right?
Yeah, 14 yeah, right around there. We're
Okay.
growing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he without a doubt they're growing. I remember they had just a few of them, and they're taking over the world. Hey, listen, buddy, hey, great catching up with you. Congrats on your success, and I know you're going to be busy making and delivering those great fajitas this coming this fall season. But anything that we can do for you, just let us know. But continue and carry on, and hook 'em horns. I know you love that, right?
We'll feed them.
I know you will. It doesn't matter. All money is green, whether it's burnt orange or purple and gold.
Yes,
Good
sir.
man right there. Hey, listen, great talking. That's a good dude right there. That's Fajita Pete. Check it out, fajitapetes.com. All right, it is Michael Garfield. You're listening to KPRC 950 AM here in Houston, but also around the world on iHeartRadio, where odds are there may be a Fajita Pete near you now, if not coming soon. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.